All right. Get it fixed, Dave?
We're good.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes we get a little technical glitch and we have to fix her out. But we are back. Hope you two joined back in with us real quick that was here. And we're terribly sorry about that. But anyway, it's Friday night. It's time for the weekend shenanigans to begin. Looks like y'all come back on X. We're glad you're back in here with us. Sorry about that, guys. It's just a technical glitch when we're back. I'm Rob. That's Dave. If I get my finger pointed right, uh, he's apparently playing with his microphone. He's going to get it set back up there. Just be ready to rock and roll. There he is. He's ready now. You can tell. He's rubbing his chin, and you can smell the smoke burning. You there? Oh, I don't know if Dave's with us or not.
I'm here, but I'm having some trouble. So
Oh,
it may be my end.
okay. All right. Well, it's Friday night.
I'm here, but I'm having some
We
trouble.
are
I'm gonna
rocking.
back out and come in.
Okay. So Dave's going to clear up his little technical issues there and be right back with us. Uh, well, congratulations. You've all made it to the weekend. It's a beautiful thing. I'm glad you all survived the work week. And here we go. Let the weekend shenanigans continue on. Uh, hadn't had a whole lot go on in the news today. Uh, we do have stuff going on, but not a whole lot of big stuff. Uh, weather here in South Georgia looks like it's going to be sunny all weekend. A little cooler. It's going to be today. The high was 50. It's 59 now. Tomorrow the high is 63, and Sunday the high is 69. Sunny all weekend. I like that kind of weather. Just makes you want to get out and do something. Well, Mr. Michael, it's good to see you in here with us tonight. I hope you're doing well. Hope your back's healing up good. Uh, so Dave will be right back in. He had to pop out for just a second. He's got some. That's you're in the 30s. Oh my God, it's supposed to be in the 30s down here tonight. 37. And Saturday low's 38. Sunday's gonna start warming back up. Gonna be up in the 40s. Oh, that ought to loosen up some of them basses' mouth. Get them out there popping good. Mm. Uh, but yeah, Michael, we hope you're doing better in your back, and we're praying for you, brother. You get feeling better soon. I hope you're feeling better now. Back surgery scared the snot out of me. I had one, and I don't ever want another one. Just saying. But oh, let's see. We got a little bit of stuff happening today. Uh, Daniel Penny's defense kind of did a big mic drop moment. That's according to Fox News. You know, the guy that he was restraining already had a bench worn out for him and everything else. You know, it just. Uh, Michael says after Thanksgiving, that's where we will be in the 30s and the first snow in January. That's by the Farmer's Almanac. Oh, the good old farmers. Well, I hope we don't get no snow down here. Nobody down here knows how to handle that kind of stuff. You can't even get a decent enough snow to build a snowman down here. We just don't get that kind of stuff. In case you're all wondering, yes, that is my coffee monster for tonight because I am dragging a little bit. So, but yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to Dave getting back on here. He supposedly has something he's just going to light me up with tonight. He told me he mentioned it this morning. I've been kind of waiting all day long so I can see what this is going to be. He has probably found somebody to validate the way he eats his biscuits and gravy, crumbling them things up. You know, biscuits are made from flour, gravy's made from flour. So all you like if you crumble it up is lumpy gravy. I don't like lumpy gravy. Mm. Poor Dave. I sure do love him. Oh, Michael, we love you too, brother. And I hope you get to. Mm, I'm missing. We had this morning we had our blacksmith in here, and he was fired up early, Michael. I mean, early he was fired up and just trucking right on. There's Dave. You're on the wrong side. Let's fix that.
Very good.
Oh, sounds like you're doing better now.
Well, I figured out what it was. I was getting two feeds at the same time, and it was one was on a lag, and it was about to drive me crazy. I was hearing everything double in stereo,
Mm,
but I figured out what it was.
okay.
First time that's ever happened, but I know what to say. I knew what it was.
You were you see this? Michael said he was just lazy this morning. Now look, you just getting over back surgery and everything else. I think we can cop you out on being just getting over stuff. Okay, we're not gonna call you lazy. We ain't gonna let you call yourself lazy.
I don't ever remember him being lazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Said you sound stronger now, Dave. Uh, Stronger.
I ate my Wheaties.
Your Wheaties. Hmm. Now, okay. I know how you keep a blonde-headed guy in suspense. You'll wait and tell him in the evening. You made some comments this morning about you was going to light me up this evening. Just tear me out of frame. I'm waiting for it. I've been waiting all day.
Well, that don't mean it's got to be like at the beginning of the show.
Okay, okay. You can drag it out some more if you want to. Oh, you're gonna wait till everybody gets in here.
No, I'm actually going to because I think I can't. I don't think I can download it and upload it because I don't think I have. So it wouldn't air for everybody. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the link, and
Okay.
I don't know if I'm not sure if because you've got the you can download a video from there and upload a video, and I can't.
You have to send it to me via email. Just send
Yeah.
it to my
Well, I'll just send it to Southern Fried.
email.
You'll see what it is when it comes in, but I want you to hear this. It's quite funny.
Okay. Well, I'll do it and I'll post it right on up. You know me. I can take it as well as I can dish it out. So just bring it on. I ain't scared. Uh. Oh, but uh, we're not having a whole lot of news today. It just ain't out there.
Well, they some.
Yeah, I'm looking, but we'll see. Oh. No, Rob didn't say he wanted some snow. We don't need no stinking snow down here. Don't know nobody how to drive in it. If it does snow, you can't even make a decent snowman with it. We don't need no snow down here. Y'all keep that stuff up there. Although it would make my wife happy. Now, my wife likes the snow, but down here, this snow down here just ain't worth a flip. All right. Now, if you've got that sent, I will go check it and let you take over for just a second.
It's sent.
All right.
Can you handle the truth? That's all I want to know.
I will
Is
say,
can you handle the truth?
look, I can handle most anything. I'm going to agree with it being the truth, but we'll see.
Oh,
Let's see here. Let's see if I can find a download on this thing anywhere.
did you see where the mayor of Denver said he was going to stand in the streets with a Tiananmen Square top episode to keep feds from coming in and taking out any illegals?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's calling for people, citizens, just to stand in the streets and stop them. He said we'll block them. They're not taking nobody out of here.
Uh, hey, I can see right now where this here is going. No, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't give a damn how they say it. They better not say it that way down here. It's not considered correct. I do not see a download on this. How?
Well, maybe.
Uh, Tom Homan says, see him in the street. You see what Michael said there? All right, let's see here. No.
The Mike Huckabee called the International Criminal Court a bad joke, according to Newsmax. Said the warrants are not funny, quote unquote. I agree.
Let's
I
see.
agree. You know what's going. All you got to do is listen to it, dude.
Yeah. I don't care what she says. She can call it cold quit if she wants. There's nothing to make that O a long vowel.
I'm just telling you, y'all pronounced it wrong.
No, it's coffee.
There's no A there. It's an
Incorrect.
O sound.
Call. Call quit. Call quit. Let's look here. Oh no, oh no. We're gonna find another one here that says it right. Uh. uh. Let's hear this. That's just not right. It's Colquitt.
You're wrong, dude. You're wrong.
No.
Proof. And Dave didn't say it. I am vindicated. Y'all just been saying it wrong.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna stir up a whole bunch of stuff down.
I told you. I might not be welcome below the gnat line, or at least in that town.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You better not call it Colquitt down here, because they'll tell you real quick there ain't no coal in Colquitt.
I'm telling you right now.
Uh.
Been saying it wrong.
Oh, so what you're saying is my mic isn't loud enough. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, man.
So do you hear? All right, Michael, am I okay, or do I need to turn my mic up? I can do it. I think. I'm not screaming for the rest of the podcast. How's that sound? Is that louder? Is that better? You just tell me. I crank it on up. Here we go. There you go. How's that? That better? Okay. Is everybody happy now? David, you got to say something else too.
Okay, I'll say this. I was right and you were wrong.
Hey, me, you got to worry about is all the other people that live in this town. You better be worried about them.
I was right and you were wrong.
No, I'm not going to admit that. I've lived here all my life. I know how to say coffee. Yeah. Cordial,
I told you it's going to rock your world.
Mr. Cordial.
Oh. Well, Cordele, Georgia would be accurate, but I'm not a deal. I'm a Dale.
Michael, I got it all the way up, Bubba.
Oh, man. I've messed him up for the night now.
No, you're just gonna have to. I'm just telling you, when you come down here, it's Colquitt. I'm just telling you. You can call it what you want to, but you gonna suck. They gonna know you ain't from here.
I didn't come up with it.
And there's also Colquitt County. You can't even go to Moultrie now. Now if you're gonna call it Colquitt County, yo, you can't even go there. I'm just telling you. You're limiting yourself to places you can go in Georgia by doing that. You know,
Uh,
it's like, are you going to go down to Lafayette and explain to them they're pronouncing that name wrong? And it's Lafayette. Are you? Or are they going to run you slap out of town?
I've told them that. I've just told them that's the way you pronounce it, but it's not accurate.
Okay.
They know it. They know it. That's the difference. They know it.
Yeah. Well, people around here at Colquitt know they're saying it right too. It's not pecan trees, it's pecan trees.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Michael. I don't know what the big deal is. He's making a big deal out of it.
Oh, it ain't no big me making a big deal. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
You jumped on my back the first time I said that. You said, "Oh, it's not the way you say that. We don't have coal down here."
Not the way you say it down here. You say it Colquitt down here. Well, I think I got it set just as high as mine will go, sir. Yeah, my mic volume's cranked all the way up. So let
Oh
me
my
see
goodness.
how's this? If I get right up here on it, does that help any? I may have just deafened y'all. Uh, well, let's try this right here. We'll see what we got going on now. Uh,
Ah, the blacksmith is here.
yes, yes, he is here. Michael says you are extra loud. He probably turned his mic way up so he could say Colquitt incorrectly and the whole world could hear him. I bet that's what it is. You know, just saying.
Oh, I told you this morning it was going to smoke your ears, man.
Not the blacksmith tonight. He's on tech support duty.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah. We need some tech support. Uh,
Oh,
I'll burn loud. Mm. You know, when you come down here, you got to kind of blend in a little bit, Dave. You can't come down here and call it Colquitt. You can't.
Dude, I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna say I'm a cousin, and I'm just gonna embarrass the heck out of you.
Uh,
I'm gonna say Rob taught me everything I know, y'all. I'm glad to be in Colquitt.
I'm just gonna shake my head and say, you know how them women relatives are. They just try to embarrass you everywhere you go.
Oh man.
That's okay. I will tell them your name's David Cordell.
But see, that don't bother me though. Some
Uh,
some people get bent out of shape about that. I never have.
oh,
My dad would get bent out of shape about that. I was like, I don't care. It's all the same. It all comes from the same root. Cordell, 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 all that.
what kills me is when someone
It's just
goes to talk to me and say, "Hey, is Mister Belvin's there?" Now, come on. Now you're just rearranging letters. It's
oh
like
man.
when I was in the first grade, teachers like Bobby. They call and roll on the first day. It's called Bobby, Bobby, Bobby Blevins, Bobby. But I'm looking around for the other Blevins kid. I never did answer to Bobby. Finally, she said, Robert. I said, I'm here. And she's like, well, why didn't you answer when I was calling your name before? I said, you wasn't calling my name. Uh,
I have to admit I've never considered that.
hmm. Tacos are just Mexican hot dogs. Okay. I think I can kind of go along with that. Huh. You take a bunch of crappy old meat and throw it in a bun or a shell, and it's just taco. Okay. Yeah, yeah, Michael. Yeah. Some people say Cordell fast and change the pronunciation. Expect you to. That's right. Uh,
I don't correct people. I just let them say whatever, and I wait on other people to say like, "Well, you calling him that?" I do it all the time. I never correct people like that.
mm,
That's how I got to be known as Dennis at work because this guy in a meeting was calling me Dennis, and everybody's like, "Why you keep calling him Dennis?" He goes, "That's because it's his name." And they're like, "No, it's not. It's David." He goes, "That's Dennis." He argued with him. Then he realized the whole room is against him. He's like, "Well, I don't know where I got Dennis at." He said, "Why didn't you say something?" I'm like, "I figured you just need your medication or something. Or I rocked
give,
him, man, right in the middle of a meeting.
give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Your 1 second is up. Oh, good morning on the front. Good evening, not the morning. To some, it might be morning. We have people coming from the morning time. But good evening and welcome to the front porch where we talk about whatever. Got your sweet tea or coffee and get settled in for a weekend. Should be a good weekend. If you're going to watch a little sports, there's a couple of good games going to be on. I got to work a little bit. I always do. My weekends are not off, but I do work some and preach some and try to have a good time, though. We appreciate you being here. Um, food blasphemy from Michael. Oh, yeah. That could be a show, or maybe that could be a name of a band. We're food blasphemy. Oh man, Michael's a musician, so he could be in that. He could be in that. He could be that kind of guy. He could be in the band and call him have a wild name like that.
So, what are we going to discuss on the front porch tonight? I've got an idea for something. You
Oh,
want to
that's
hear it?
scary. Hey, hold on. Breaking news. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Robert has an idea.
Yeah.
Here we go.
What do you think the difference is between a hot dog, a wiener, and a frank. There you go.
Oh.
Dave, what do you think the difference is between those three things? It's not nice. That's not nice. That's not nice.
It's going to be one of those knots, man. You just know it.
It's going to be, but it's okay. What is the difference
Uh,
between a hot dog, a wiener, and a frank? Do y'all know? Inquire
well,
minds.
one is hot. One's just a wiener, and the other is a guy named Frank. I don't. Oh, I don't know, man.
It's the difference in the diameter between a hot dog and a wiener. And Frank is the guy that's married to your sister.
Oh.
I'm not touching that.
I knew this was going to go downhill. That's why I wouldn't go say too much, because I was thinking, you did that on the front porch, man. You throw that out there.
No, it actually has to do with the diameter of each.
Which doesn't help this at all.
Oh, it doesn't help this at all. I'm sorry.
You're not helping, Rob. Your idea is morphing into all kinds of things.
Yeah. That's
They have a car show called Roadkill. Cool. I think I've seen that.
Hmm.
Let's see here. I like this from. There's a little bit of disclaimer here, but this is the kind of show. But Rob, this is in response to your question. So
yeah.
This is from Instagram. Thank you, Platinum.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there.
And you are right. Oh, they're Platinum's flame throwing over here on Instagram.
That's okay. Y'all flame throw. It's all right.
There are a lot of crazy stories that come out of Florida. There really is. Let's see. We're followed quickly by this comment.
Where are you at in Florida? All the talk on the buns when you want to go to the beach. Especially now how the weather where I am. Where you at down there? Are you on the Gulf Coast? Are you on the Panhandle? You on the Atlantic side? Where you at?
Now, see, Rob, here is a Floridian, and you've been besmirching Floridians for some time.
I've not been besmirching no Floridians. I said all true rednecks come from the Panhandle of Florida. That's not besmirching nobody. I'm just saying. Everybody thinks they down here in South Georgia, but they're a little bit further south. I'm telling you, that Panhandle is like South Georgia. I'm telling you. I ain't besmirching nobody. That's called a Dotson, Michael.
Okay, not in Florida, but in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of stuff that happens in Pennsylvania too, like counting
Now,
illegal votes.
Platinum Winds. Are you talking about going to the beach in Pennsylvania? What? Ain't no beaches in Pennsylvania.
There's one in Resaca, Georgia. It's called Resaca Beach. They had the Resaca Beach swimsuit contest or something one time. I'm like, in Resaca? I mean, dude, I got to tell you, I may have told you before, but my one and only Resaca, Georgia story. Resaca has and listen, if you listen in from Resaca, I love the area. A lot of history there. They got everybody's got a Dollar General store. They might have two, but they have one red light. But I was doing Civil War reenacting, and I was at I was at the battlefield, and we were there. We stayed Saturday night. We stayed Friday night, and we were going to battle on Saturday. And there's a cemetery there where those Confederate veterans are buried. And we were marched around for like 2 hours, and then they marched us over to this cemetery. And we love to do those memorials, but the problem is we've been marching for 2 or 3 hours. We're ready to go to the restroom. So we get over there, and they got all these people. They're dressed up, in their dresses, and they're singing songs, and they're doing speeches and everything. Well, they got this old guy. He's dressed up like an old time mayor, and they introduced him as the mayor of Resaca. And I said, "You gotta be kidding me! Like Resaca has a mayor? I mean, it looked like some wino they got off the side of the road." And I know why, because when he got up there to speak, he was drunk, man. He was full on drunk. So the guy starts trying to do a welcome to my city, like the key to the city kind of thing, like it's Resaca, man. Come on, dude. And so he's stumbling all over his words, man, slurring real bad. They had to hold him up, So then this girl goes to sing this song. This was all without, any microphone or anything. But a train comes by, dude, like right about the time she starts to sing. You can't hear nothing. All you hear is the train. So the train gets by, the song is over, and one lady out in the crowd said, "We couldn't hear the song. Would you sing the song again?" And the dude up front, all the reenactors, when they said that, every reenactor in there, we all have weapons too, by the way. We looked at that dude. Every one of them looked at him. He looks at the reenactors. He said, "We'll sing it later at the house." And we all shook our head like, "That's the answer. You passed the test." And we marched off to camp. That dude was fishing getting lit up, man.
Dude.
He knew it.
Now, what did you say about Resaca? Did
they have one red light, and they do have at least one Dollar General store.
Beach in Resaca?
Yeah, there's a place called Resaca Beach.
Going to a beach in Resaca would be like having a fashion model shoot at Walmart at Saturday night at 2 a.m. Okay, come on. Hey, no way. No.
You don't believe there's a Resaca Beach?
I believe there's a Resaca Beach, but that's scary, dude. That is scary. I love Resaca area too, but the whole thought of that is scary. That'd be like seeing Uncle Jeb in a one piece. Yeah, come on.
I love these comments. Look at this. The mayor was also the zoning commissioner, the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce, and the local state farm insurance agent. He just flips the sign around on the desk. It has 4 sides.
What was the guy that in Green Acres? The guy used to change his sign all the time at the general store.
Oh yeah, I can't think of his name.
Wait a minute. Yeah, now I'm the postmaster. Wait a minute. Now I'm the mayor. Wait a minute. Now I'm running the general store over.
It's like the guy who cuts meat is also the crime scene detective or something. And he takes the pictures.
Yeah.
Collects the DNA evidence. I mean,
dude, I believe you. I come from a small town too, dude. I'm telling you. Yeah, It's like the principal of my high school was also a deacon in my church, and he come in on Sunday mornings and I'd be sitting in the very back pew, feeling rough. He come by me, slapped me on the back. You have a rough night last night? Yes, sir. Because he knew me. Yes, sir, I did. Well, you're in the right place.
Jeremy, I
You
understand.
go on.
Bottle of water.
Oh my goodness. And he only paddled me a few times in school. I got
Rob?
paddled often. What?
I just got scared. I looked up, and this character here was standing like over from me. I didn't even know he came in the room.
What are you doing?
Scary.
Yeah. Well,
He said, "I was trying to be quiet." I mean, Freddy Krueger? I mean, Jason? What are you doing, dude? All in black. I'm like, I about jumped out of the chair.
Hey, look here. Wait a minute. Get in that picture a little bit more.
Move on in.
Yeah, move in there a little bit more. Your forehead's about as high and sloping as your dad's.
We take after his grandfather.
Come on, Dave.
Actually, his great grandfather.
Come on, Dave. Pull the hat up a little bit more. That's it.
Absolutely.
No, I didn't call it a low sloping forehead. I did call it a high sloping forehead because y'all got brains in there. Well, you
Well,
do.
a little bit, a little bit. That's where
Uh,
people rub their head for good luck, man. Sam
uh,
Drucker, that was the name.
yes. Uh, so the mayor's last name was Bottoms. To, dude. Well, I'm glad. Hey, tell him I'm glad he's okay. We looked for him the other night. I
Yeah, he
told him
felt bad. He felt bad.
it's all right. Things happen. Told him nothing to feel bad about. Uh,
We gonna come down and harass you now.
that'd be all right. That'd be all right. I'm gonna take you around and show everybody my sister. Huh? So, all right, we gotta get back on topic here. What was our topic anyway? Oh, the other night we had a whole bunch of picks on what some of the Dems will do now that they're not going to have a job. Let's talk about what we think some of the jobs that the Republican incoming party had before this one, what they could have been before they've got picked for their nominations or election or whatever. Trump was a pro wrestler. You know that.
Oh yeah, he come in. He come in like a boss
Yeah.
to like I don't know Ted Nugent music or something.
But some of these people are amusing looking. Let me see if I can find some pictures here. Because a lot of these people don't know who they are. Uh, I just had it. There we go. Bet there's some pictures there. Okay. Well, uh, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. Uh, uh, Matt Getz. I'm
Well,
gonna say,
he's
huh?
the pep boy.
You
He
think
just
this?
came off. He came off the sign.
Hmm. I think he kind of looks like Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura. It's the hairdo. There you go. She may have been a pro surfer in a previous life. But we don't know. I don't believe in a previous life, but I mean, she may have been a surfer at some point in time. Uh, I could tell you who just about with all certainty who wasn't a surfer, and that would be Whoopi Goldberg. I don't think she was a surfer ever. But now you're thinking about her legs too, aren't you? I apologize. That was not nice of me. Mm. Finally, finally, I got a little bit of something back. Pete was a mafia sniper. Pete, well, I know he was. That doesn't work at all. You talking about Pete Buttigieg? Uh, he's outgoing. We talking about incoming now. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. She may have been. Uh, so there's a Hooters that you go that has bikini. Oh, okay. I didn't know you just ate dinner. You started it with the legs. I'm just saying. Uh, I'm trying to look for some of these other pictures here. I got to find pictures of them, so I can refresh the images in my brain, which is somewhat scary. You know, uh, saying now. Oh, him and Bill Clinton had the same job. Dave, I don't think your mic's on at all now.
I had it off on purpose,
Okay.
but I just turned it back on.
Sorry. Uh,
Rob.
what? I'm just saying. Um, I don't. I believe that could be true. Um, I believe that there could be.
Now she kind of looks like a second grade teacher.
Oh, but she don't act like one.
Well,
Well,
neither does a lot of second grade teachers. Come on, man.
my goodness. Sorry about that. You know, Pete Pete Helton.
Pete owned a biker bar.
I was just looking at a picture of him. He's kind of got that 1,000 yard stare going on in this picture. I picture him to be a white bubble gum.
Did you just say you were looking at his eyes? Is that what you're saying? Like you were really looking at his eyes?
Well, there's a picture of him right here. And he looked like he had a 1,000 yard stare in his eyes and stuff like that. I wouldn't like looking longingly into his eyes or anything like that. I'm just throwing it out there.
If you were, I don't want to know about it.
No, and I wouldn't tell you about it if I was.
I'd be glad you didn't tell me. There's I don't know about that, but I know there's a couple things out there. Some say she's fine. Some say there's a couple things there. I haven't looked into it deeply either, but there was some people reporting that there might, and exactly what I said was they looked and they just didn't think they had the votes for him, so they started doing the counting and they were coming up short. I think they were about 4 or 5 short. Now Vivek, he's a rapper, man. He's he's the Vanilla Ice of his day. I mean, he does rap.
I'm looking up on this now. Let's
Well, that's like Tulsi. I mean, there's I mean, on either one of these for Bondi or Tulsi, there's some things there that's in the mix. So it's not a slam dunk. They're not slam dunk conservatives.
well, da, 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 da. She's not completely against it, but she is for some control.
And
I'm
we
not.
and we say
Eh,
no.
no, we don't agree with her on that. I do like the fact.
Michael, that was not a nice statement. Michael, man, he come out of surgery. You know how they say you have a little attitude when you come out of surgery.
Hey, you talk about me coming out with fire. Uh, uh, Michael, I can't put that up or that last one. I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. And I agree, and it's funny, but I just can't. I can't do it. I'm sitting over here snickering, but I can't put that up. I'm sorry. Um, okay.
It is a classic, Platinum Wins. It is a classic. And I bet when that song was out, I got to think Robert was dancing to it and singing to it in his living room.
Which song? Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
No, no, no,
Oh.
no. No, let's go ahead and put this out there. Robert don't dance hardly. Okay. Uh, my wife's toes just like
Oh.
that.
That's
And a
about as that's
yeah,
about as plain as you can get, right?
and a tank from any used car lot. Um,
Oh man.
I think they should sell tanks at Walmart. Hmm.
Don't
I'll,
don't. I think Kevin McCarthy looked like he was a used car salesman, or on a new car lot. I mean, he was a car salesman on a new car lot. He's the kind of guy that comes out all slick back. Hey, we got some rebates going on, and then before you know it, you walk out of there and you're like, how did I spend that much? My payment is not what I wanted.
yes, yes, that is yeah. And we're in agreement with you on that. I think I know I am. Uh, now, let me ask you this. I think Robert Kennedy Jr. was stepping down from his portrayal in the role of Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars. What do you think? Michael just said he from a string of 7-Elevens. Where do you think Slurpees come from?
he's, he's the guy that shows up in the evening time in neighborhoods that he's not supposed to, trying to sell some sort of window cleaner. And the people in a rural area like yours, and the people are looking at him like, "You ain't from around here, are you?"
Where are you? Well, I've got one, but it doesn't have to do with it's still here. It's still I had to throw this out there. Fetterman looks like the guy that would be out standing in the middle of the road with newspaper and Windex to clean your windshield when you stopped at a red light.
No, he looks like the guy that was hired to be the PE coach, but he has no talent. He's the most unathletic person because he's always wearing like, the athletic and the hoodies and all that.
Look at
But
that.
but he but he has no talent. He can't run. He can't shoot. But he's it's the small town school that needed. It's Gene that come into Hoosiers. Like where'd you get this guy from? Although he could coach. It's his last stop. Some little elementary school hired him to be the PE coach. That's what he wears: the hoodie and the gym pants and the whistle.
And, Steve, I've got to put this out there. I heard Vivek's talk the other day. It was at his college campus. He was talking to the liberal kids, and he was trying to make sense to them. And he was speaking good English. And I kept expecting to hear him sound like, "Oh, you want a Slurpee with that?" But it just wasn't happening. So yeah, well, buy one Slurpee, get another one half off. I agree. It needs to be brought back up. Yes, you are correct. Hmm. No, oh, he's kind of scary looking. Um, no, I think uh, uh, Bondi. Yeah, she's what same age as um, I can't say her name.
Oh, Harris, Kamala,
Yeah, yeah,
and
she's
you're about that same age, right? Y'all all about the same age.
yeah, like 47.
No, it ain't 47.
Uh, but I'm gonna tell you something. Bondi compared to the new the 27-year-old that they've got to be the new oh, I can't say her job now. I can't even say her name. It's Friday. I'm not supposed to be thinking too deep. What's her name, Dave? Press corps secretary or whatever, press secretary, whatever.
Are you talking about the spokesperson?
Yes.
Why? Oh, Curly Top.
Yeah, she's like 27, the youngest one ever. The new one, not the old one. The
Oh, the
young
new
one.
one. I thought you meant the old one.
Oh no, care about her. Uh, but I'm going to say this. I believe as far as looks go, and I don't mean it to be degrading to women or anything like that, but I'm going to say Bonnie's better shape than she is. I'm just throwing it out there. You know. dude, dude, I think I said this the other night. He's one stroke away from speaking good English.
Maybe like it's like in Star Trek. Maybe Fetterman and Biden like somehow switched as they went through the wormhole or something, and like Fetterman has Biden's brain, and then Biden got Fetterman's.
Impediment stroke. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Levitt.
Yeah. Well, I heard that.
Sweet Caroline.
I heard Fetterman and Trump went and played golf the other day, and Fetterman won by a stroke.
Oh
Oh, okay, that was bad.
man.
Oh, we both went bad on that, Steve. uh, well, you know what Biden's favorite song is, don't you, Dave?
I'm afraid to ask.
Well, it came out when he tripped on air coming down of Air Force One. He had that bad fall. It's "Free Falling" by Tom Petty.
Oh man.
Yes, he did, and that's amazing. But Dave and I have talked about it, and we pick on Fetterman some, which we pick on everybody. We don't care. Uh, but I will say this: I like some of the stances Fetterman has come out with. I didn't think I would, but he is very pro-Israel. I mean, he's not supporting the World Criminal Court or whatever. Uh, he's some of the stuff he's saying makes sense. Now he's still got some stuff that's left wing, but I don't. Sometimes you have to take the good with the bad. But he's to me, the most conservative of the Democrats out there. Just about. I like some of his stances, so I'm not totally against Fetterman. What about you, Dave?
Well, it's one of those things where some things is going to be okay, some things are not. You just never know which way he's going to be on the side of an issue. Sometimes you're going to like it, sometimes you're not. Because I think he enjoys playing that role. To be honest, I think he relishes that. I think that's his character. He doesn't want to be labeled. He wants to be. He wants to come as a surprise sometimes. He knows that he's in a crucial state and that his vote is very crucial. And I think he enjoys that spotlight. My opinion.
All right, there, Celtic Blacksmith. You have fun. We'll see you back here in a little while.
Yeah, take
We'll be
care,
waiting
brother.
with bated breath. Uh, Michael, could you imagine if Elon did buy MSNBC? Oh my gosh.
Well, they're sorry and low down, and I'll say it, and I'll own that receipt for what they said about the killer of Lake and Riley.
Yes. I
Poor,
saw.
pitiful. He didn't stand a chance. Blah blah blah. Well,
Well, let's stand a chance either. And he got off easy. And they're working on fixing that, and I hope they do.
well, John, it ain't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Hello, John. We see you.
Hi there, John. Here, throw that. Let me throw that one up there, Dave.
All right.
No, that's not the one I was looking at. Let's look at that one. As far as it being an illegitimate state, you are 100% wrong. You need to learn your
Yeah.
facts on this. You are
They
completely and
they were
100.
that they were awarded that, and it was voted in.
Yes,
That was under a British mandate, and the Arabs could have had their state of Palestine, and they chose not to because they wanted all of it. So,
yes.
um,
And as far as this comment going, you are absolutely right. Good will triumph over evil.
absolutely, we may not like a lot of things Israel does, but they do own the land they're on. Now, if you want to argue the settlements, that's questionable because of UN resolutions. What is that? 201, whatever it is. There's a couple of them that those are debatable in international law. And some would say that's all their land. I get all sides of it, but they do have the legal right to be there, so it's not illegal or illegitimate.
uh, yes. And I was very happy to see Rachel Maddow get her pay cut. I wish it'd been cut a lot more. Uh, but it is what it is. Uh, we'll see. I hope she gets completely booted off the air. So, uh,
She had some pretty good ratings at one time, but I think those ratings was as a result of her attack on Trump. You know, that's why I say Trump's good for business. He's
yeah,
good
yeah.
for business.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you like him or hate him, he's good for business, and they know that. They know that.
Oh, yeah. So, I was kind of sort of waiting to see if John had something else he wanted to throw up there on incorrect information, but apparently not. But we'll talk if you want to talk about this stuff. We'll talk about it, sir. But make sure you got your facts right because we all our ducks up in a row. And on this topic, Dave and I are pretty well versed. Dave more so than I am. Difference is Dave's a lot nicer about it than I am. I'll call you out on your BS. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like that.
I mean,
Uh,
it's his belief.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so here is the typical.
yeah.
They did that to their own people.
Yeah,
When they cleared Gaza of the Jewish settlements, they did that to their own people. They drug them
absolutely.
out. They drug them out of the synagogues, and so controversial. But I'm not going to defend everything they do. Man is sinful. All nations have sinned, and America's done wrong, and every nation on the face of the planet has done wrong at times. Some have done a lot more than others wrong. And there's been things that they have done that, as a secular government, they're not of faith. They're secular. They don't have a belief in Messiah. They have done wrong. But I will say this: they're fighting for their very lives, and all the nations around them want to destroy them. So,
Yeah.
but you better pack your lunch and eat your Wheaties if you're going to do it, because they have swore to destroy Israel and to wipe them from the face of the planet, and it's not going to happen.
All right, now we've got this one in here. Dave, do you know you've sinned?
I have.
Guess
I'm a
what?
sinner.
I have
I'm a
too.
sinner. I'm a sinner saved by grace.
Yeah. Guess what,
I was,
John? You've sinned as well.
I was born into sin. I was, all man has been.
You know, so we're not claiming to be better than anybody else.
Nope.
In fact, we're not claiming to be worse than anybody else. Everybody's sinners. We've all sinned in the eyes of God. Every person down here, and there ain't but one way.
This is the only truth. This
Right.
is the only truth.
Amen.
So,
So, John,
what
you
does the
can.
scripture say? Let God be true and every man be a liar.
That's
Every man a
true.
liar. By the way,
So,
when you see this picture, Rob, so you ready? What's the
yeah,
first thing that pops in your mind?
Philip Kirk. Philip, if you ever watch this show and hear that, I'm sorry, but that just hit me so strongly, and I'm so sorry. But actually, the guy from the Goonies, the monster guy with the ears.
He does have some big old ears, don't
He does. Okay, John, you're getting just silly right now. As far as this goes, I'm not going to put that up on screen because we
he?
try to
No,
do
don't put
a
that on
family
screen.
show. We try to do a family show, and so
Colt, hello.
there's Colt from California. I'm not a sinner. I'm a winner. Yeah, you're a sinner too. We still love you.
A
Sloth.
sloth.
That was it. That was it. I couldn't say it, Colt. Uh,
Oh man, you're
John,
cracking
I'm
me
not
up.
trying to censor you, but I'm going to take that off because, you know, if there are some kids pop in here, I don't want to. I want to say it. Dinner time. John's going to eat. Okay. So yes, Fetterman does look a little bit like Sloth. That's what I'm saying. Yes, from the Goonies. Absolutely. Or Philip.
Oh,
I could just see. I could just picture Fetterman going down now into Congress, going, and you can't tell me now that none of y'all do. Oh, metal, metal band.
oh man.
Oh my goodness. Well, John, I'm gonna have to throw this up there. You don't believe in much, do you, son?
This idea of God is very low. It
Oh,
reminds me. It reminds me of Star Trek when the guy was, they was going to meet God, and they go, and Kirk has that smart aleck response, like, what was it? He couldn't do something or whatever it was, and he's like, this is God. God can't do this.
yeah. Well, yeah, you're
I thought
God.
God could do. I thought God could do everything. Oh, then he got mad and they all get blasted.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was not the ratings boom for them, but that movie does have some redeeming qualities on that one.
Oh, it
I
does.
It does. There's some humor in there and some other things, but
Oh,
oh my goodness.
oh. Well, Colt, I do not believe that he is God. I do believe that God's had his hand on him. And if he didn't, I believe that he would have not be here anymore. Uh, well, John, I'm sure that you have an amazing resume. Uh, but I'm not impressed by you at all at this point in
I,
time.
I've done some amazing things too. Hey, at nearly 60 years old, I was able to get both legs of my underwear this morning. I mean, hey, you got to figure out, what's the great accomplishment,
I figured John came out with his arms in the leg holes and the stretched down over his face. I forgot what's going on this morning.
Boy, do you know you got a panty on your head.
God blame it, John. Get those women's underpants off of your head. What's wrong with you, boy?
Oh, John, you're full of it. I'll just say that,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
You know what? I'm just calling it. I'm calling it like I see it. You're full of it. But you know what? You fit right in with this crazy crowd. It's okay.
it's okay. It's
But
okay.
you're not, but you're not getting the stage with the BS.
No,
You got to be a little more creative.
yeah. Uh,
Oh
so,
man,
uh,
it
he said,
does. It does a lot. It might be. It might be Sig Steve.
uh, but
It's okay.
uh,
It's great to be here on a Friday night.
yes, it is. Uh, I got to do an update here. Um, we've got. Uh, oh, what about the Daniel Penny case when they found out that the guy that he killed, and I'm putting that in quotes, uh, the guy that he killed already had bench warrants out on him for, you know, dangerous stuff.
Well,
Just,
at this point, it's all going to come down to a jury. What do they think? And who knows, man? Who knows?
uh, you own, so John says he owned a very, I'm going to throw this up there. He owned a very successful software company that he sold. Uh, I could see John maybe selling some kind of software, like maybe a butter dish, you know, uh, 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 mushroom bowl, or not mushroom, marshmallow bowl, or something like that. Some kind of software like that. I can see that. Okay, and he probably sold it at a flea market.
Don't you miss the day? Do you have any good flea markets down that way? We don't
We
really
have
have any.
we have a great big one down in Tallahassee, and it used to be really really cool, but it's just not much anymore.
That used
Like
to be a thing, man. That used to
yeah,
be the thing, just to go to flea markets.
we went down there last time we were down there, and we was looking at some of the cordless uh, lawn care equipment, stuff like that, and they wanted just as much there as you could go buy it new for.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, please.
you got some praise from Platinum Lens on Instagram.
I did.
They said they sound like Hank Hill.
Oh, yeah. I,
Hey,
I,
good and Platinum has to sign off. Good night, Platinum. God bless you.
Hey, you have a good night. God bless you, and we'll see you next time. You pop in anytime you want to. In fact, all you folks out there on Instagram, y'all pop in anytime you want to. We love to have y'all in here. Uh,
Absolutely. You people rock.
yes. Uh,
That's a fiddle I don't want to play.
yeah, no doubt.
I don't know, but whatever John is on this evening, It's working.
Look, I'm going to say this. Look, I've got to put this up here. Oh, I'm going to tell you this. If she underestimated your gumption and you inadvertently caused her loss in 2016, I'm going to say this much. You got you got more gumption than I would give anybody credit for, except for Bill Clinton.
He gets
If
double points for using the word gumption.
you got that much gumption, you have no standards. None. And I'm just going to let it go right there.
Coach, you get the comment of the night so far.
Yes. Hey, did you make it?
And is it sweet cornbread?
Yes, Michael. They did say he did not. The new medical examiner or the defense's medical examiner said he did not die from being choked. He said it or restrained. It was a combination of that and the sickle cell trait. But he said where the main corner, the corner went wrong on that was it takes a while for the sickle cell trait to show up unless it's active. So you're lovely.
Well, again, it'll be what the jury says.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but it doesn't matter in some courts what you say. It's like you're guilty when you walk in or whatever. I mean, we all knew that President Trump wasn't going to get a fair shake in
New York.
He wasn't going to get. I mean, he was guilty before he got there. They wanted on that jury. I'm hoping for the young man. I think President Trump will have his back. That's what I think.
I think they might as well go find him innocent.
Because he sees the injustice here if they find him guilty. So
yes. Let's see. So, Colt, I didn't even know that you had a bride. I'm impressed, and I'm glad that you do. How long y'all been married?
I'm going to take a guess here and say less than 5 years.
We don't even know how old Colt is.
Don't matter. I'm going to guess less than 5 years. 5 years or less. I'm just going to see. I'm going to see if I'm right or wrong, or how bad I'm wrong, or how right I am.
Well, yeah, he referred to her as my lovely bride, and I refer to Jenny as my lovely bride and my special person and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, so you're probably pretty close. So almost to 20 years. Well, congrats.
We got to add 20 to it. Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're 42. Been at it since high school. Well, John, I tell you what, I'm going to throw this out there. You don't worry, keep your eyes open. I'm sure the right man will come along. Colt, congratulations, since y'all been at it since high school. My cousin married her high school sweetheart. That wasn't very nice to me, was it?
It didn't sound nice in North Georgia. I don't know how it swung down there, but
I'm sorry. Amen, Colt, and that's the way I feel about my sweetie. She is the best thing out there for me, and I'm glad that she is in my life. I really am. She takes care of me when I try to overdo it sometimes, and I end up overtaxing, and she's right there. So I don't even know quite how to respond to that, Dave. I think I'm gonna let you field that last little response, but I'm fixing to. It's becoming the John show, and I'm not really.
I don't have a response for it. It's just best to ignore it.
Yeah. We'll be married 5 years next September. Well, we've been together for quite a while. Uh, John, I'm glad that you came in. It's just too much. We'll see you next time, okay? Uh, yeah. We were married on September 6th, right there on Labor Day weekend. And we were married before, and we kind of had a hiatus, and we got back together. And, things happen. But I'm going to tell you something. We got married on the same day both times. So, and that didn't really even take any planning. We just went for it.
The sheriff in Kentucky who shot the judge, they do have the death penalty on. It can be considered in this case. They indicted him today,
Well, good.
and
Now,
I would say because that video is very damning, and the way that he stopped and then came back and shot him again. There's still a lot that we don't know about this case and what escalated this, but he is going to face. He does face the possibility of the death penalty.
oh, Dave, how long have you been married? This is from Colt. Dave's been married forever.
In April, will be 34 years. That boy that was in the he wasn't on here then, but that boy that was in the video with me here earlier, that's our oldest son.
Yeah. Your
No,
oldest son,
no, actually, it's 38 years.
your oldest son is older than he's been married.
Yeah, no, it'll be
Oh,
38. It'll be 38 years.
oh my goodness. All right, let me ask you
We might
this.
make 40, man, if I can live long enough.
Let me ask you this. What do you think about Lake and Riley's killer? And they're pushing for the death penalty for him. I totally think they should. They're trying to get that changed to a death penalty. And
It should
I'm
have been considered.
yes,
He deserved the death penalty.
absolutely.
That girl fought for 18 minutes, dude.
Yeah, 18 minutes.
You know how long you got? Can you imagine at 18? Some
No,
people can't survive an 18-second fight. 18 minutes. This young lady tried to get free from. That's the way
yeah,
I feel about it.
yes,
In fact, he should already be in the hereafter.
yes. Here's another thought for you. All right, you ready for this? How long did Neely hold that guy down on the subway? Was he
How
wrestling?
long?
Yeah,
What was that? 15 minutes?
yeah. He was doing less to that guy to try to keep himself and other people on the subway safe. And he's looking at 15 years. And this guy here, she struggled with him for 18 to 20 minutes, however long it was. Shoot, they ought to be giving him the death penalty, and they should. He was trying to, but the difference between the two, Neely was trying to protect others and himself, and this guy was attacking somebody. It could have, what, now we're going to slam the door on Neely, someone that was trying to be a good Samaritan, help those around him, and take up for people and protect people. Nobody's going to do that again. Because if anything happens to the person that they're stopping, they're going to be brought up on murder charges. Oh yeah, Michael, we're sorry. Yeah, that's tough, brother. But I'm gonna tell you something. Michael's a tough fella, but we do keep Michael in our prayers. But I think anybody that puts themselves in harm's way to protect others in a situation like that. Well, there's so much questionable stuff. You can't even walk around New York now. They let people. They were talking about it earlier today on the news. I got to give credit on this. It was Fox. So I was watching it. Surprise. Uh, that they're releasing people out of some of the mental institutes because they don't have beds for them. But you got illegal aliens coming in. They just put up in the motels and everything else. But you can't keep. That's their problem, not the citizens' problems. But they need to address them and fix them. But there's so much corruption there that they just can't deal with it. So just not in the mood for them. All right. So, all right, Dave, I'm going to get off my soapbox on that topic now.
Okay.
Well, we run a couple commercials, or we hadn't run any tonight.
We can.
Let's see. I'm going to hit us an ARA real quick if you'll take the next one, and I'll be right back to you.
Here at the Southern Fried Podcast, one of the blessed things we've been able to do is partner with the wonderful people at Animal Rescue Alliance, Inc., ARA. These folks are a no-kill shelter in Donaldsonville, Georgia. You see the contact info on the screen. And these folks would love to have you come adopt a dog or a cat. They have folks that come from all over the United States, not just the state of Georgia. They're great folks. It's been a wonderful partnership between Southern Fried Podcast and ARA. And we've been blessed to meet some of the folks that have adopted animals from ARA. Also, we've been able to encourage people to donate and volunteer. They encourage volunteers that are in the area, and they're just wonderful people. We'd love for you to contact them, meet them too, go on their website, see some of the animals, and we know you'll want to partner with them too by taking a dog or a cat to their forever home. Join with us, the Southern Fried Podcast, in support of this great work of the Animal Rescue Alliance, Inc., ARA. We know you'll be happy you did. I know we are. The Southern Fried Podcast now has its own store. Go to sfplive.com/store. These links are also found on Facebook and X and some of the other social streams. You will find shirts and hats and mugs and bags and all kinds of items with many different designs. These are just but a few of the more than 250 items that we have with different designs. We hope you'll come and shop, support the podcast. Every dollar that is paid will go towards keeping the podcast growing, and we thank you for your support. sfplive.com/store. Go shop today and get that favorite person in your life their Southern Fried Podcast item, and it'll help us advertise the podcast as you wear these things or take these things out into the public. We thank you for your support. If you have any questions, email us at southernfriedpodcast@yahoo.com. We'll be glad to answer. We're running some specials as well, 20, 25, and even 30% off in some cases. This will eliminate the mailing charges for sure. So go to sfplive.com/store for your Southern Fried Podcast items today. Remember, Christmas is just around the corner. Thank you. Oh, yeah. And we appreciate your support of the podcast in whatever form that takes. We appreciate you being here and spending valuable time with us. And so, yeah, it's good to be here among you. Proud patriots all. Glad that God gave me another day upon this earth. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Should be cooler, though, in most areas, so bundle up. A lot of parades are going to be occurring as it gets closer to the holidays. A lot of Christmas parades are on tap. Tree lightings, winter wonderlands, ice skating, you name it. There's all that's going on just around the area I live. So it'd be neat to see. Trump 2024. I've been to New York. I cried at the horror. Well, I get it. Welcome back, Rob.
Thank you, sir. Hi there, Trump 2024. I'm trying to catch back up here.
I understand. I understand.
I haven't sold all mine yet. Hey, I need to drop down just a minute.
All right. Dropping down. Sounds like the pilot in the plane. He says, prepare, we're going to lose altitude here. And all of a sudden, the oxygen mask drop out and everything. They try not to scare everybody. Next thing you know, they're fighting the plane, dropping out. But it's good to be here. I'm looking forward to some football this weekend. A couple of good matchups I'm looking for. I talked to a lot of football fans yesterday, the last couple of days, and they were Tennessee fans were complimentary of Georgia's win, and it was nice. We had good conversations, and I told them they didn't have nothing to hang their head about. It was a great game last night. I don't know if y'all got to see that snow game with Cleveland and Pittsburgh, and oh my goodness, Nick Chubb running for 2 touchdowns. I was all into that. That was just a great game. A $9 toll in Manhattan by Jennifer Collins.
Yes.
Well, you know, London has done stuff like that, but theirs is like 25. It's crazy. The cities have went nuts, man. The cities have, you know, they drove everybody towards cities. That's what they wanted. And then they penalize you for being in the city. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man, as Biden would say. Come on, man.
They wanted it to be a $15 toll. And they cut it back to a $9 toll. And this is just to the Manhattan Transit Authority or whatever approved that or helped them approve that and said that was the number that they needed. But they've already admitted that it's so eat up with corruption and everything else that's why that they need it. Come on, man. Why don't y'all clean yourselves up and then do it? You know. Oh, you could go through a problem.
You know, and what does you know, what do these people in the cities get for all this, you know, extra expense and everything? They get garbage not being picked up, high crime, you know, penalized and for at every turn.
Stabbings in the streets.
Yeah, I mean,
you know. I'm going to throw this up there, and it's not a city full of evil, okay? There's a lot of bad stuff goes on there. There's a lot of good stuff goes on there, too. And you see the worst in them, but you also have to see the best in the other people as well. You can't just pick out the bad stuff, and there's a lot of bad stuff that goes on there, but there's a lot of good stuff, too. So, you know, Neely was one of them, I think. And he's being penalized for it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But when they have, I mean, yeah. So, you know, we'll see what's going on from here on. You know, maybe when they get a new DA in or a different DA in, then we'll see what happens. From what I've heard, this one here is just all about making headlines.
Here's your sports headline, Rob. This is interesting. Michael Irvin, the former Dallas Cowboy wide receiver, Hall of Famer, he believes 100% that Deion Sanders would accept the Cowboys' job if they draft his son, Shador. That would be interesting. You know, the Cowboys they're tanking bad this year. I mean, you know, the coach is on the hot seat, and Wouldn't it be something if Dion did coach the Cowboys? Cook would be ecstatic.
Yes, he would. He would. All right. It's from Colt. Out here, we have to pay $7 on the Golden Gate. We also have toll roads, $1 a mile or two in busy spots. Plus, we have to pay $1 fast tax on every gallon. Wow. Wow.
Well, Coach, they do need somebody in Vegas. I mean, because they've been back. Brock Bowers needs help. I mean, come on. We gave you this great player, and the team is horrible. I think all the members of Congress should have to pay a gas tax because that's what they're full of. A lot of them. Every time they open their mouth, they should be a tax that shows up out of that. Especially Schumer.
They were wanting to put a tax on the cows because of their methane production. Well, how much methane's come out of Congress?
This is not nice. This is not nice, Rob, but I'm sorry, my mind just went there. As they're sitting in the halls of Congress and they're all assembled together, who do you figure is probably passing the worst gas in that crowd? I feel sorry for the people next to them.
Nancy Pelosi. She was the worst. In fact, when she tore up that speech that she had of Trump's that she tore up, and then doing all this stuff here, she was really trying to fan the smell away from herself.
Oh man,
that's why Trump had that look on his face. He was about to die. Oh my gosh!
I mean, there's a handful of them in there, man. I'm telling you, they got to be ranked, man. The gas has got to be bad.
Oh my gosh! Bernie Sanders up there. Every time he poops, there's a dust storm. No.
Well, poor old Joe Biden. I mean, he probably don't have a whole lot of control. I mean, some of them, near the end of the State of the Unions with him, those behind him looked like they were struggling.
Yeah. He probably filled his depends. Oh my goodness.
He comes off stage and you did great. You answered all the questions and you didn't overflow your depends. Way to go, Joe. I'm proud of you.
I'm sorry. But
what's the guy there's a press conference and he literally, I mean, you can tell the guy just accidentally, he had an accident. He's that one that pulls his pants up to his armpits, the older guy.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a video out there. They played it endlessly, man. The guy he did, all of a sudden you can see it. He's messed himself, man, and he's trying to walk away slowly, man. He's got that Drew Carey look going on where he's trying to, go real slow. I can't think of that guy's name. Oh man. That was live. That was live on a press conference, dude. The guy, he's not the one talking, but he's standing there and all of a sudden he's like, you can see it in his face like, whoop. That wasn't gas.
Yeah. If I had to bet, if I were a betting man, I would say Fetterman probably is the rankest one in there. I could see him being the one to eat the boiled eggs right before he went in there.
Oh. Oh man. Not good.
I could see Fetterman doing that. You know who else? And I hate to say this because I love her to death, but I bet the number 2 is Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Rob, we're trying to get her on the air, man.
Dude.
Come on, man. You just killed us.
Look, I love Marjorie Taylor Greene to death. But I guarantee you, her and Fetterman might both be eating the boiled eggs before they go in there. I'm just saying. Hey, you want to hurry things along. You don't want stuff taking forever. She wants to get in and get out. She's got a job to do. If that hurries things along, that hurries things along. Just saying, throwing that out there, But as far as just being the most obnoxiously person in there, that falls to AOC. I don't know if she's the rankest one in there, but she's the most obnoxious, and she's the one that I would, if I did have a case of gas, that I would rather sit beside. Just saying.
Oh man.
Which I think she does. But, instead of her methane coming out of her rump, it comes out of her mouth. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. AOC, not a big fan. Not sorry about that. And so, Cole, y'all can't afford to go anywhere out there in California. $7 on the Golden Gate. Granted, I know. These cities have to make money. They have to support themselves. But my goodness, other people, other cities and can do that without all that. Why? Oh my gosh. You ought to get rid of some of the policies y'all got rolling out there. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's just
Oh man.
what?
You're killing me.
And gas is still 4 plus a gallon. Wow.
And that's came down.
Yeah.
It was higher than that at one time.
Mm-hmm. My goodness. How bad's the inflation on your groceries out there? Yeah, that's another thing too. You can't afford to drive nowhere. Can you afford to eat still? Do we need to send you a care package? We could probably do that if we need to. We don't want you to starve to death out there. Hmm. Cole, I'm going to say this. You're living in the wrong place. You need to, yeah, see, you need to move to either South Georgia, you need to move to Georgia or Alabama. I'm thinking, uh, you can't afford to live out there, Bubba. You need to move. Well, and the way you act on here, you seem like you might be one of them Southern peoples. Yeah, Southern's a frame of mind. You know, we make a spot for you somewhere down here or out over here. You're on the wrong coast. Um, I will say this much about California: the when you get out of the cities and stuff, it's a beautiful state. I don't agree with their politics, but it is pretty state.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Well, then you're not doing your fair share. You need to be paying more in taxes.
Yeah, don't let them know you can afford it.
Yeah. Don't let them know it. My goodness. Oh, if your taxes at a skinny minute, they find out you can afford it. Mm. Oh yeah, y'all been having a big storm out there. What they call that? A cyclone bomb or something? Oh, how you doing with that? Did you see what Kaylee said?
What? You better watch your mouth.
uh,
She went to her daddy's.
uh.
I don't think that was her. I don't believe she'd say that. She don't talk
Well,
like that.
you'd like turn 151 to a toll road for one day. Probably just 8 to 10 hours, and I would be set. Why don't you call her, Dave, and find out about that?
Well, I think my son may actually have that phone and was trying to fix it for her. Because if she does have it, she just lost her phone,
Mm,
and that's what we'll say about that. I will find out.
yeah, I got a feeling that was
Yeah, she's never put nothing like that to
no.
me ever. She knows better.
She wouldn't do that. That was the Sig wannabe or Sig, whichever.
as
Uh,
as baby boy.
nah, I don't think so. I don't think he would have said that either. I think it was Sig or the Sig wannabe.
Yeah,
And,
no.
you know, we got ways of handling that. Uh, we're just not going to put up with it anymore. So,
No.
but, all in all, you know, uh, since he's been gone, it's really cleaned up a lot. And I've really enjoyed it. And
Yes.
it helped our numbers having him out of here. So, you know, for those of you who tune in and see some off the wall comments occasionally, we take those down and we remove those people. We do have a set of rules for the chat, and we haven't put that up lately. And it's a little late in the night to be putting it up tonight. We will put it up next time. Um, so at the beginning of the show, so everybody understands and knows, we just don't put up with that. It's a conservative Christian and Southern podcast, and we just don't. There's just some stuff we're not going to put up with. So uh, now we have you have thousands of vehicle passers daily. I believe it. I remember 151. That's a busy road. Now, Dave, we have a special event coming up next week with our guy that's running for the school board, Travis Q. I can't
Q
see
Middleton.
Middleton. That's it. Quentin. uh, and what day is that we're going to have him on?
Well,
Monday.
I think that debate may be Wednesday, and if it is,
So
we're going to try to have him the first hour of our show, and then he'll have to leave and go to the debate. But I think that's Wednesday.
so
We'll communicate over the weekend and find out.
yeah, but we're going to have a Q&A with him. If
Be,
you have any for people in your area, if they want to come in and ask you any questions, you come on and ask, and we'll be happy to. We'll,
we ran into supporters of his the other day at the chamber, and they were really hoping he wins. So
yes,
they know that he's fighting a machine, sort of. Might say that way, but
yeah,
they very much are supportive of his campaign. So he's a good dude,
yeah.
and we know
Well,
we know that. I knew that.
I mean, we got history. Uh, Michael's got history with him too.
Oh yeah.
I think that's one vote he's getting for sure. uh, all right, so I'm sorry, I've been just watching chat and waiting to see if he came back, and I'm fixing to get over it because there's stuff that we could talk about that's not him. Um, but really, do you think they'd hire Deion Sanders to coach the Dallas?
No, I don't.
Look what he's doing at Colorado. I mean, he's doing a lot, but I mean, he could.
No, he's not getting that job.
No, no. Although it would be funny, Neon Dion. You think Vegas is he going to go to Vegas? I can see him going to Vegas, but I don't know if his ego would let him do that.
Bill Belichick wants one of those jobs too. Doesn't mean
Yeah,
he'll get it, but he wants one of them.
well, uh,
But he will be bringing talent wherever he goes.
yeah,
Free agents. I mean, people would come play for him. I'm sure.
oh yeah,
I mean, you can't control what where you're at in the draft and what people draft. I mean, you can try to trade up and trade down. It doesn't mean he's going to get. You know, there's a handful of sorry teams, and it just depends on where those players go in the draft. I mean, some of them are going to go pretty high, but I mean, Shador's not going to last long. He's not going to come out of the first 10, but I could see Bill getting that job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if McCarthy is cut loose, he'll get a job somewhere. They'll blame Jerry. They'll blame Jerry on it all.
Poor Jerry. I can't believe I just said those words. Don't ever tell Cook that I said that.
Well, what it proves is you can't buy a championship. He has poured so much money and everything into this team. The stadium, I mean, everything's first class, but the problem is he cannot stay out of trying to run the whole thing. And he ruined it from, he did get the one with Switzer, but then after that, it's just been they just can't get there. Can't get it done.
What do you think about this one that Michael just threw up there? I'll throw up there. Michael just said, Dion needs to go to Alabama.
Well, he'd never go there. He'd go to Florida State.
Oh.
That's a real possibility.
Yeah. My goodness. As long as it wasn't SEC, he might do it.
Well, I mean, he would go SEC. I'm not saying he wouldn't, but he has that connection to Florida State.
Yeah. Dion. My goodness.
But why do you say Alabama? I mean, Alabama's playing well. I mean, this guy's a good coach. He's just, he's got to get used to the SEC, but they're playing strong right now.
Yeah, they're liable to have Georgia and them liable to have to play again. Alabama's 2 loss, right?
Yeah. I mean, give it a few more. Give it 2 or 3 more years, and Tennessee will fire their coach, and they'll be looking for one. It's true.
I do. But that's just too funny. All right, let's see. If Georgia can hang on against UMass tomorrow, then we got the Georgia Tech game. So we're 2 games away from this playoff thing. So, and we'll see how this goes. I can't believe they got Georgia ranked so low.
It's okay. It actually plays in their favor. It's okay. Let them just keep trying to play well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was. I was a big fan. I followed him because I'm a Falcons and Braves fan, and I got to see him play live a couple of times, and a couple of times when he was not playing he was playing for Dallas. I did get to see him play multiple times. One of the most gifted athletes ever. He was not a great tackler, but he was great at everything else.
What?
No, we're not saying that they're that good. We're just saying that they deserve to be ranked higher. We're not saying we know how bad they've played. We get that.
Yeah. They've had a struggle all year long, especially. And it's not just the quarterback, it's the receivers. I know he's had a lot of interceptions. I know he's had a lot, and that's what I'm fixed to get on right now.
Well, we trusted him in the Tennessee game, and he led us to the promised land. So,
but when you have your receivers that draw so many passes, it's not necessarily him. He hits a lot of them, and when you're a receiver, you've got to be able to reach back. You got to be able to reach up front of you. You got to be able to reach up. But when you go up for that ball, you've got to catch that one. If not, if it goes up in the air, now you're looking at a bigger possibility of interception. A lot of those interceptions aren't his fault. They're on the receiver end. But, in fact, if you really want to look at it, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's made some bad passes.
Well, that would be good, Colt, because then he could throw to Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
And
You
he's
know,
used to
Brock
that.
Bowers catches the ball. What do you mean stupid football?
Come on,
Hmm.
Michael. Don't be a
Come on.
negative Nelly.
Yes.
Football's not stupid.
Yeah. We're not arguing. We're discussing.
Oh, he's a Cali kid. He,
Oh, don't be like that. You get back in here. Oh,
Stetson Bennett. Well,
no, could be worse.
would he play any worse than what their quarterback has played? I mean,
Well, you got that. Hmm. Michael, if you're really leaving, we love you, brother. Hmm.
see you, Mike. Have a great night. Hope you're continuing to recover.
Yes, we still got you in our prayers. Uh,
That's true. He has not played well. I just didn't. He is what he is. Minshew is what he is, but that was a bad move by them to put try. But hey, they could go get the dude from the Giants that just got released. That's going to be your next quarterback right there.
yeah.
Dumpster fire garbage.
Well,
Now that sounds like a band name right there. Welcome, folks. We've got dumpster fire garbage on the stage tonight.
oh, oh, Dave, I've got breaking news.
Uh-oh.
We have received a response from Safer Human Medicine.
All right.
They told me, "Good morning, Robert. We have received your inquiry requesting an interview with executives of Safer Human Medicine for your local podcast. Please provide the name of the podcast and the area you represent near Bainbridge. Also, please let me know your questions for the interview and how many viewers your podcast brings in. Thanks, Amir. Many thanks, Amir." I'll be
Well, we
responding to this one.
well we have a shot.
We have a shot. We have a shot. So, yes, I have many, many questions.
Well, they need to be crafted in
Well,
such a way that they are.
yet you and I need to get together and put our heads together
Yeah.
on this reply. So, yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, this is from Amir Sports. That's why I didn't answer it or look at it earlier. Public Affairs Associate, Cornerstone Group. I don't know what that is, but we will see. We will see. We will respond to this. I need to start that one because that's important.
That is the company, Colt, that wants to put the monkey breeding facility in Bainbridge, Georgia, and sell these monkeys to labs for testing.
And these facilities are, the one over in South Carolina, breeding facility over there, they just had 43 of them escape. Uh, the waste coming off of these things is like 450, what did I say, 430 million gallons a day when this facility is up to uh,
I don't think it
stat
was millions. I think it was
430,000
thousand. Yeah, I
gallons
think. Yeah.
of waste a day. That's still a lot of waste. It's going to max out their sewage treatment plant and everything else. It's not a good thing. So they can't grow until they
Well,
really.
it's the waste. It's people don't want monkeys to be tested on. It's the fear of them getting loose. It's a lot of things. It's the
Yeah,
money that they have. They've given them this tax break for so long, and how much it's going to really cost the taxpayers. And then this company. I mean,
it's the
they
same one.
they've
The Beagles that's got shut down. There was a Beagle facility for the same thing for testing stuff, and they've gotten hit. They said they're going to set a record for being the most heavily fined place like that ever. It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. This sounds like a spell from Harry Potter. In fact, I think it was ridiculous. Sorry. I just
So,
showed
you,
my
so
geek.
yours is a monkey facility colt. I'm just not for it. I mean, we've not hid the fact of that, but we're willing to listen to both sides. We're not closed minded to that. We just like to hear their side.
Gene Tech. Oh, Gene.
Genentech. Yeah, and I'm just not for the animal testing part. Mice is one thing, monkeys are another. That's me. And I know there would be people that say they don't want it on mice either, but I think it's a clear difference in
Yeah.
you know.
Uh,
You want to test a cockroach, I don't care, but you want to test a monkey, that's different. Put diseases in them and try to cure it and all that and see the effects. I just
well,
think at this day and time we're far past that. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy. They got AI on the organ on a chip AI stuff now that's almost ready or it will be ready shortly. It's just ridiculous. There's better ways of doing this. I don't know if they do all that or not. Uh, I know that they infect them with diseases. They put stuff on their skin and everything else. The animals are basically tortured, and just not. That's just not my thing. Uh, so, all right. Well, it's 10 o'clock. Do y'all know where your chillins are? Uh, but uh, I
that's
think
that's a that's a major facility, Colt. That Genentech. I was just reading some of the stuff about it. Massive. They also
wow.
have multiple facilities,
Mm-mm-mm.
and they are a biotech.
They're biotech.
And yeah,
Wow.
interesting. A lot of products.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, I think we need to have uh, we're gonna have to have a get together tomorrow or Sunday and draft this response back up. Well, I'd love to have that interview. I'm gonna tell you, I think we could ask them some really good questions. But I also want to reach out to some other people and get some more questions in too. Probably military related. It could be. Because
Maybe they're cloning the view.
what? That's not nice, Dave.
No,
That was
no,
that was ugly. That
no,
was
it wasn't.
that was worse than what I said earlier. Was talking about Whoopi's legs.
I
Not
just
having.
said maybe they're cloning. Instead of the view, it's going to be the I don't know something else. The wall. I don't know.
Dave. That's just bad. Uh, mm, I love you, brother. I almost brought a tear to my eye. I'm kind of proud. Oh my goodness. Uh, that was on my Gmail. I need to forward that to my Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Let me see if I can forward that to the Yahoo so you can see it too, or to that one.
Okay, dokie.
And send. There you go. Now you can look at it too.
All right. I mean, it would not be hard to come up with a. I would say we probably will be limited. I would think 5 to 10 questions max is probably if you get. That's probably going to be. They're not going to answer a bunch of questions, but you might get as many as 10, but I'd say 5 for sure. Have really good ones. It should, we just have to think about coming at from a different approach than what's been commonly talked about, or a little bit different even in the same categories.
Cole, I love you. Me and David were talking about this. If they got loose, what would the movie be named, and who would star in it, trying to save us from the monkeys? If Betty White was still alive, she'd have to be one of the heroes saving us from the monkeys. But she's passed away now, and that's sad. I could see Betty White going, "You dirty apes."
Charlton Heston.
No, Betty White doing it. Yeah, it was Charlton Heston who said it first, but yeah, I can see where that would be kind of freaky. All right. Did you see that? That don't sound like her either.
No. Just
That don't sound like your son either. I don't think he'd call you that. It's one thing I call you an old man, but Does the old man Dave wear underwear? Depends. But yeah, Colt, the one in San Francisco, that would kind of freak me out too. If they had one like in Colquitt, the monkeys running around, the apes and stuff, that would be, yeah.
Well, no, what's going to happen is the monkeys are going to show up. They're going to circle your house, dude. And they're going to say, it's Colquitt.
Oh, they better not. Stupid monkeys. They better learn how to say it right.
I'm coming, and I'm bringing the monkeys with me. I got friends in 3 places.
All right, I guess. Oh, now you're going country music songs too. All right, I'm going to respond with a line out of a Western. All I got to say is, fill your hands, you sons of monkeys.
Oh.
You're welcome. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you?
No, I knew you wouldn't say that.
Well, I would, but not on here.
Did you ever hear the story about that? What John Wayne was riding on that scene? He was on the back of a pickup truck on a wooden horse, as that's what they're filming him on. And there was a guy there who took pictures of that. And John Wayne come up to him and jerked the camera out of his hand and ripped the film out. He said, "My fans believe I'm really riding a horse in this scene, and you're not going to ruin that for them."
Yeah,
that's a true story. But that's Hollywood, because it's hard to control horse, and he was older by then with a lot of health problems, including cancer on and off. But it was just easier to do the scene with him, them controlling it on the back of a truck, not on a horse. So they got the distant shots on the horse, probably a fill-in. Or maybe it was him. He done some of it, but they probably had stand-ins. But yeah.
You know what I really like is Robert Duvall played the bad guy in that movie.
Yeah. It's one of the greatest actors ever. I love Robert Duvall.
Yes.
Classic. That's a great guy. He's not a Hollywood elitist.
Um, and they said the only thing that Duvall and John Wayne had in common was their short fuse, and they almost came to blows multiple times on the set. And Duvall and Henry Hathaway, who directed it, were feuding too. So, but they got the movie made. That's all that matters. I like Robert Duvall though. He is one of my favorite actors. Him and what's the name? Secondhand Lions. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my, you are missing a good one.
Sorry, Colt. I got to disagree. I know a lot of people are a fan of that. I don't think that's his best work, but he, a lot of people like that movie. But I'm sorry. He just did so much in so many other movies that would not even be in my top 20.
Yeah.
Unless you were saying that facetiously. But it was, it is what it is. But absolutely, I mean, top five on both of those.
Have y'all Colt? Have you seen Secondhand Lions? Y'all need to watch this movie. I mean, it's a good movie. It's got him and
Yeah, I figured you was, Colt. I'm just saying.
uh, it's got Robert Duvall, Michael Caine. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all need to watch that one. It's good. It's one of the best acting jobs ever, and that's Caine and Robert Duvall both. They did outstanding in that movie. It's got the two old codgers. Something like you could picture happening around here, sitting on the front porch in their rocking chairs waiting for visitors. They got all these no trespassing signs, and the guys pull up and they're pulling out their shotguns and stuff. Dude, uh, well, he sees dead people. Yeah.
Oops.
Yes. All right. Well, let's start winding this thing down. Uh, y'all, we're glad you tuned in with us tonight. I hope you had a laugh or 12, kept us straight, and had some fun. And if y'all would, if you don't mind, like, follow, subscribe. I'm not going to say throw it on the floor and kick it around, scoop it up with a spatula and throw it on the plate and do it all over again. Just go ahead and just like, follow, or subscribe. And if y'all would, send Dave some mail. He gets lonesome sometimes, and send us a shout out, both of us. It'd be just fine. Any questions y'all have for us, we have our email addresses there on the bottom of the screen. Y'all give us a shout out if you got a prayer request, anything. Y'all send them out to us. We'd appreciate it. If you have a veteran that you would like to honor, send it in there.
Definitely.
Wait a minute. Colt said before you leave, favorite Matt Damon movie. What's the one he did with Robin Williams? I can't remember the name of it. My goodness, and I should remember this. This is Good Will Hunting. Yes, that is probably my favorite Matt Damon movie. Uh, just saying. Yep, you got back just in time to say goodnight there, sir. Our blacksmith made it back. Yes, it was a masterpiece. It was a good one.
We're glad to know he did military operations and made it back.
Yes, yes, and that's hard sometimes.
The world is safer now. His neighborhood is safe. He's on the neighborhood watch.
You know what it is? He's got his personal trolls, and he has to go around and make sure they're not talking smack about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to talk smack about you unless you're here. Okay. Just chop it in for my handy dandy Huey. Oh. All right.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm about worn slap out. And if y'all would like, follow, subscribe. Thank the world to all y'all.
Hello, Jamal. Appreciate you coming here at the end. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
The later we go, the more they come out. That's real nice to say. Goodbye.
Gone. Well, I think we know who that was.
Yeah.
You just don't give up. All right. Well, y'all have a great night. We think the world of you. Like, follow, subscribe. Salute. Glad you joined us on the front porch tonight. And we will see you several times this weekend. Dave, you got anything you want to say before we go?
No, I think you covered it all.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
Yes, sir. Y'all go ahead and let the shenanigans begin.
Toodles.
Toodles. Toodles. Bye, Celtic and Cole. Thank you, sir. Y'all be good.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast.